There's so much encoding, it's ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to let the background music play while I'm going to let the music play while I take care of this video upload. In addition, I need to grab more water and a snack. Plus, I do need to read the update notes carefully, as well as the Twitch drop page on my browser. So hang tight, guys. I am going to start the game as soon as I'm done taking care of stuff. Okay, so I've been editing the video for the past several hours. If there's anything I recognize as a flaw, my own personal flaw, is that I underestimate things. I underestimate things. I underestimate things. These captions, I swear. Okay, let me make sure this video is uploaded. I am... feeling so worn out. I also have to upload it to TikTok as well. I don't know if I could get another upload in time. Let's see, after the servers now. It just keeps on getting bigger and bigger, this game. I still have to continue the story. That's nice, that's nice. Okay, so if you can actually solo the dungeons now, that's great. Wait. You could get outfits from the boss chests? That's a really nice incentive. Right. What's the point to enter somebody else's island? Oh, I have to check this out. Hmm. Improve the strength of weapons and... So that means our permanent weapons got buffed. Did our permanent weapons get buffed? And did they all get buffed? Oh, thank you. Well, that's pretty convenient. I think. Oh, nice. Okay, thank you for this one. How did you guys adjust the minigame rewards? Oh, thank you. I got tired of doing hide and seek with that. Hmm. Really? mean, do people want to join the new server? Also, why am I taking 2 screenshots? Whoa, new sound. I have to check the menu now. At least. At least the new menu. Oh, new achievement. Why am I here again? The clicking sound feels kind of weird now. It doesn't sound too sharp, but I don't know if I like that. This is still pretty much the same. Let's see. Wait. Didn't they say... Hold on. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Oh, that's the underwater. Okay. Again, the clicking sound. The clicking sound feels weird. Maybe it's just my ears, though. It could be just my ears. But it just feels weird to me right now. Yeah, feels kind of weird. Wait. There's a new piece of gear, huh? Interesting. Oh, that's kind of convenient. Hmm. I have to finish the rest of my research. Oh. The reruns are organized this way. Hmm. Interesting. What is in my mail, though? Okay. Rewards are pretty good this time. Hmm. I need 6 more for 10. Do I have enough to purchase 6? I have enough. Do we have any working codes, though? Hold on a second. Let's check what's going on with the weapons. Ooh. Flame resonance. Maybe the power level of this weapon got increased. Wait. What's the difference between... This is frost resonance. Right? This is reaction. Okay, so they have the same buffs. Activate by equipping 2 or more frost weapons. Isn't it basically the same thing? Translations? Pretty sure this got a power boost. The new sounds feel funny. I'm not used to them. The old sounds feel sharp enough. I don't know if I like the new sounds. I really don't know. At least that sound was okay. Man, does it feel weird. It's 4, right? So that's going to be 80. So I need 72. Okay. 8. This is going to take some getting used to, guys. He just got buffed. Oh, right, I maxed up. Come on, get your translations in. I don't know how to feel. That's Fiona right there. We're waiting for her. Wait. I need to finish this thing. Ooh, pretty. Maybe we could just do one for the fun of it. Time to suffer. Let's go! Let's get something fun.
Bruh.
Alright, I'm not gonna do anymore.
Hi, how are you?
Ooh, Alice. Hello, beautiful. Then I should redeem my level pack as well. There's a lot going on. I'm gonna be saving. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. Wait, I forgot. I can max... Yes, I can. Okay. In that case... Alright. What else? There's definitely going to be features I need to test for myself now. Yeah, it's going to take me some time to get used to what the game looks like now. Are these still stuck at... Yep. Okay. Okay, so my strongest set is at 72,700. But my next requirement is 77,800. 77,800. This is still the same. So literally nothing different here. 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 This is something at least. Oh. 360 is pretty great, actually.
Mia is currently executing food preparation sequence. Please wait.
Are the sounds any different here? Nope, this is missing.
Mia is currently...
Okay, how is our battle pass looking? Oh, not too bad. Tempting. Ooh. Hmm. 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 Wait. Interesting. Hmm. Well, that got me somewhere. Hmm. Still not enough to this day. Okay, so what can we auto again? Oh, hold on a sec, I need to select my bounties. Wait. They changed the coin name. Interesting. Ruins have already been done. World exploration is what it is. She looks kind of cute in this menu. Huh. Interesting. Nope. Not really. Nope. 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 Okay, let's check the other map. Let's see here. Okay, so they put gold in here. Ooh. I see. Huh. Okay. Which one is available today? Did I do this one?
Whew. So tired. I need someone's lap to lie on.
Tempting. Wait. I need to test this. If we go in solo, is it enough for us to are we strong enough to complete this on our own? I'm not going to complete this by any means, but I want to find a random monster to fight. Oh, that's actually pretty decent.
Tuning complete!
Oh, that's a problem. Okay, that will be a problem. Okay, so the problem is the shield breaking. On a boss, the shield breaking will be difficult. Let's go to the other map. Hmm. Oh yeah, today is Mod Appreciation Day. I appreciate Kiba the Barbarian, and any other moderator who could stop on by. But it should also be time to appreciate oneself nowadays. Nope. 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 No. 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 They don't give me any good ones this week? You have got to be kidding me. Not this week, today. They did not give me any good ones today. Hmm. No, I can't do that one. What about this one? Maybe I could do this? Actually. This might be possible. But I have to keep changing weapons every single floor. Oh, that's what they look like. Cool. I'm feeling kind of mixed right now. You know what we can do first? We could do this first. Whoa! No way. No way is that the new animation. No way. That looks super cool.
Yeah! Yeah.
I gotta see that again. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay, that was amazing. Okay, my expectations better not be let down with the, oh, wow. Hmm. No, save. I need to save. I need to save a bunch. Let's try another thing. Who is the new NPC? And what does the new NPC do? Oh, I need to grab some food pretty soon. I could probably snack first and then... Oh, but it's almost close to my next meal time. Yeah, it's almost close to my next meal time. So where is the new character? Alright, what do you do? Oh. This is not an instance. It's too late for me to enter anyways. Why did they consider this map an instance? That is so weird. Yeah, didn't they say there's a new person? Or is that on a different map? Of course I can't use that yet. This is still not available either. When do we get to use this? Where do I read the news again? My brain is feeling weird right now. Okay, who is the new voice, by the way? First of all, let us leave this map. Do I want to fight the new boss yet? I don't think I feel confident enough yet. Oh, Fiona! I have to stay strong.
Can I help you? Hey! Hey! Over here! Hey! Hey! Over here! Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you?
Who is her voice actor? The actor is not listed yet. Interesting. I want to listen to Fenrir for a little bit.
Oh, I smell food. I love it. Stay back. Protect the others. Doggy assault. Doggy attack. Doggy ambush. Doggy metal. Doggy charge. Let's switch the beat. Tuning complete. Soundwave tsunami. Party revel. Nightmare remix. Ultimate sound range. Singular cadence. Ow, ow, ow. Ouch. I don't wanna check if my hairpin is crooked. Whew. So tired. I need someone's lap to lie on. Oof. I'm the breadwinner. I'll help too. Give me some snacks if you have any, please. Death metal is here. I want to play more.
Okay, I need to check another thing. That is still not fixed. Yeah, I don't know. Let me test another thing. Okay, I should grab something to eat pretty soon. So we're going to have to take an intermission in the game. I'm going to use my old idea that nobody has coined yet. Okay, she's not here anymore. Did they add any new channels? No, there's still only 3. There should be more in the future. I need to check one more thing.
There seems to be a lot on the to-do list.
She doesn't have her custom outfit yet. Interesting.
Please watch over me. Please watch over me.
You can't do anything without me.
Pet my ear.
Please. There seems to be a lot on the to-do list.
What? I never turned the switch on? Huh. I was wondering why it... You know what, forget about that. Forget about that.
Boosting power. Boosting power.
When is this skin going to be available?
Do you have the money?
Medical unit is ready. Are we starting a new journey? Do you need my help?
Please look forward to my performance.
Hey! Hey! Over here!
Interesting.
You're looking ready.
I am listening.
Give the order.
Is it time? Is it time? I am listening.
Give the order.
Do you need me? I mean, do you need me?
Reporting in. Food is ready. Reporting in. Food is ready. Is it time?
MSEC 2000, awaiting your instructions, Executor. MSEC 2000, awaiting your instructions, Executor.
Need my help? Need my help? Need my help?
Pet my ears! Go on! Pet my ears! Go on!
Okay. We're going to do... that thing I did last time, where I put something on TV. So I will be right back, guys. I need to seriously grab more food. And I have a video or two I need to upload. So hang tight. I'm going to put on some more. Let's put on some Joshua. Recently I've been playing videos from Binging with Babish. Let's do Joshua this time. Okay, now let's make sure this video is working. It looks like it's working. Alright, now let's see, where is it? Okay. Now we just have to shrink it down. Do I have the... Wait, do I have the filters on it? Wait, do I not have filters? I don't have filters, huh? Okay. Wait, where is it? Oh, shh. Wait. Is the filter not working? Oh, that... Okay, so now I just gotta make sure it fits on the screen. I mean, that looks good enough. I think that looks good enough. Let me check the preview. Yeah, that looks good enough to me. Alright, I will be right back, guys. Have some Joshua in the meantime.
This is a really big deal for two reasons. One, because I'd like to dethrone a reigning king of curly fries, and two, because we are now going to debut the first episode, well, technically second, of But Better. Yes, that is what I decided to name this series. Okay, so like I said, this is episode 1, which I'm actually... This is the first official episode of But Better, which is a series where we will be taking the most coveted fast foods, the ones with the most cult following, and remaking them and doing our best to not only make them better, but making them better by using technique and proper cooking skills with real ingredients. None of the no cutting corners, completely from scratch. Really excited about this. That's a really long description. I think I've taken up all my time. You get the idea. We're making curly fries, and we're gonna do our best to compete with Arby's. Now let's see who can win this, yeah? So, we got the bag. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a while since I've had these. So, one thing I will say, their crispiness is already 86, which I'm kind of surprised about. It's only been like 10 or 15 minutes.
That sucks.
Flavor-wise, they're good. I mean, the first example is that they do this. Crispy fries, don't do that. I think I've got it.
Okay, so I think the shape of these alone are a little bit intimidating. This method is way easier than I thought it was gonna be. So in order to get the shape, you're gonna need a spiralizer with a curly fry attachment. I'll have a link for the one that I have here. Now let's talk about potatoes. So you're gonna use russet potatoes. I really like that high starch content for extra crispiness. But when you're choosing one, don't use a gigantic potato. They do not spiralize well. You're gonna get sad, thin shreds that make you wanna sob into your potato ribbons. No good. Instead, you're gonna wanna sort of choose a medium smallish one. You're gonna leave the skin on, and for a 3 to 4 serving portion, you're only gonna need about 3 russet potatoes. Now look, it's real simple. You put your curly fry attachment on, you put your flippin' potato on the spiralizer, you stick this butt end in the tube thing that's gonna make sort of a wiener shape, unfortunately. You'll see in a second. And then you're gonna stab the back end with this. Now, make sure to fix this on a surface that's not gonna make it slide around. This suctions down, and then, well, you just turn it and press it real freaking hard while you're turning real fast, and that's it. You got curly fries. That's all you gotta do. What, do you think I was gonna have you pull your knife out and do this? Now, once you've spiralized all 3 of your potatoes, you're then gonna cover them with 2.5 quarts or 2.25 liters of warm water, and to that you're gonna add 2.5 tablespoons or 25 grams of kosher salt. And then just mix that up and let them soak for 30 minutes. So this does 2 things. A, it helps wash the starch off, and B, it's gonna kind of brine them a little bit. You get some sort of salt penetration. Doesn't sound great, but you know what I mean. And like I said, every time I try these, I feel like there's some sort of a batter going on, so that's what we're gonna make. So in a separate bowl, you're gonna combine half a cup or 80 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons or 24 grams of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons or 19 grams of ancho powder, half a teaspoon or 1 gram of cayenne powder, and half a tablespoon or 7 grams of garlic powder. Whew, all right, it's a lot of things. I got it. Whisk that together, and then carefully whisk in 1 cup or 240 milliliters of water until you got, well, sort of like a loose batter going there. Now, once you're done soaking, you're then going to fill a heavy bottom pot with frying oil. Now, this is a 5 quart, oh, by the way, this is a new pot. Did you see that? Old Bessie is no more. It's a new one, so kisses to Bessie. Anyway, do not fill this more than a little over halfway. Now go ahead and heat that oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. While that's heating, you can remove your curly fries from their soaking liquid and make sure to also cut them into manageable pieces. I mean, they're gonna be super duper long, so, cut them into reasonable lengths. Then just shake off the excess water and then place them in your bowl with your batter. Once all the fries are in there, give them a little toss, shake them around, coat them nicely and evenly. Okay, so now comes the frying part. Now these are gonna fry super violently because they're coated in a liquidy batter. So what do you expect? Water and hot oil, not your best friend. So please be careful. Now take a little bit of your fries out of the batter, gently shake off any excess batter, and then carefully lower them into your temp oil. And then you're simply just gonna fry them for about 4 to 5 minutes or until crispy and nice and, well, golden red in this case. Now please start with a small batch of fries. Don't do them all at once because this is going to foam up a lot when it fries. I hold no liability for any mistakes you make, all right? Now once you're nice and golden and crispy, you're then gonna transfer it to a baking sheet lined with a rack. Lightly season them with salt, and I added a little bit of Aleppo pepper on top as well, just, some extra texture and flavor. And then just let them cool down until you can put them in your mouth, and, well, yeah, actually, just repeat that process with the rest of your fries, and that is literally it. It's all you have to do. There's no double frying with this method. It's literally one and done, brother. All right, so, well, yeah, that's it. Let's taste test. And yes, again, I added a little bit of black truffle for the flex. I don't want to hear anybody going, "Oh, that's cheating, Josh. You can't be doing that." Yeah, well, I did it anyway, and I tasted it before I added the truffle, and that is the opinion we're gonna go with. Wanted the truffle. Leave me alone. Oh, and before we taste test and decide the winner, here's a little black truffle mayo I made to go with this. So it's going to be a 1/4 cup or 60 grams of mayonnaise, half of a small grated black winter truffle, which is about 17 grams, 2 cloves of grated fresh garlic, 1 small bunch of chives finely chopped, a splash of fish sauce, and black pepper to taste. Fine ground, that is. Mix that together, and you got a little, dipping sauce that is mind-boggling.
Before we, what's the word, obliterate this, let's always cleanse the palate. Got mine. Here's how they sound. Crispy. Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, visually, I personally think mine look better. I like the darker red, it's more dramatic looking, and they're a little bit thinner, which I kind of like. So our competitor tastes slightly undercooked, they're dry. On the other hand, mine, fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside. Here's this flavor level, and then here's this flavor level. You can't even see this one, this is like out of frame. The smoky paprika. All right, enough. I think we did it, kids. I gotta start bringing people on here to taste these, because y'all are gonna start yelling at me and being like, Josh, you always say yours wins.
So fine.
We'll start bringing in taste testers to verify that I'm always right. So, look at that little corkscrew. But do you want to know what else is a corkscrew that you should look at? B-roll. Alright guys, and that is it. So, I really gotta bring some people on here to be taste testing this stuff because it's a little hard to take it seriously, but I mean, come on, like, look at it. You eat with your eyes first, okay? And if your eyes say, ooh, daddy likey, daddy want yum yum, not good, not a good one. That was weird. But if your eyes do say daddy want yum yum, probably that's where the yum yum is. Just to be completely honest with you. Yesterday, I got off the phone with somebody that you guys have been wanting us to do something together for a very, very long time. We had a wonderful conversation. You're gonna be stoked, I'm stoked, life is good, I love you, I hope you love me back. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Also, thank you so much for the support. I just gotta say it because I'm just so freaking grateful for you and for this opportunity, all these opportunities and all these things that are going on. You're great. Please know that I am like unbelievably grateful every single day. Just know that. Oh yeah, the burger combo, and they call this the king. We'll see who deserves the crown. This is a really big deal for two reasons. One, because I'd like to dethrone a reigning king of curly fries, and two, because we are now going to debut the first episode, well, technically second, of But Better. Yes, that is what I decided to name this series. Okay, so like I said, this is episode 1, which this is the first official episode of But Better, which is a series where we will be taking the most coveted fast foods, the ones with the most cult following, and remaking them and doing our best to not only make them better, but making them better by using technique and proper cooking skills with real ingredients, none of the no cutting corners, completely from scratch. Really excited about this. That's a really long description. I think I've taken up all my time. You get the idea. We're making curly fries, and we're gonna do our best to compete with Arby's. Now let's see who can win this, yeah? So, we got the bag. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a while since I've had these. So, one thing I will say, their crispiness is already 86, which I'm kind of surprised about. It's only been like 10 or 15 minutes.
That sucks.
Flavor-wise, they're good. I mean, the first example is that they do this. Crispy fries don't do that. I think I've got it. Okay, so I think the shape of these alone are a little bit intimidating. This method is way easier than I thought it was going to be. So in order to get the shape, you're going to need a spiralizer with a curly fry attachment. I'll have a link for the one that I have here. Now let's talk about potatoes. So you're going to use russet potatoes. I really like that high starch content for extra crispiness. But when you're choosing one, don't use a gigantic potato. They do not spiralize well. You're going to get sad, thin shreds that make you want to sob into your potato ribbons. No good. Instead, you're going to want to sort of choose a medium smallish one. You're going to leave the skin on, and for a 3 to 4 serving portion, you're only going to need about 3 russet potatoes. Now look, it's real simple. You put your curly fry attachment on, you put your flippin' potato on the spiralizer, you stick this butt end in the tube thing that's going to make sort of a wiener inner shape, unfortunately. You'll see in a second. And then you're gonna stab the back end with this. Now, make sure to fix this on a surface that's not gonna make it slide around. This suctions down, and then, well, you just turn it and press it real freaking hard while you're turning real fast, and, well, that's it. You got curly fries. That's all you gotta do. What, do you think I was gonna have you pull your knife out and do this? Now, once you've spiralized all 3 of your potatoes, you're then gonna cover them with 2.5 quarts or 2.25 liters of warm water. And to that, you're gonna add 2.5 tablespoons or 25 grams of kosher salt. And then just mix that up and let them soak for 30 minutes. So this does 2 things. A, it helps wash the starch off, and B, it's gonna kind of brine them a little bit. You get some sort of salt penetration. Doesn't sound great, but you know what I mean. And like I said, every time I try these, I feel like there's some sort of a batter going on, so that's what we're gonna make. So in a separate bowl, you're gonna combine half a cup or 80 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons or 24 grams of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons or 19 grams of ancho powder, half a teaspoon or 1 gram of cayenne powder, and half a tablespoon or 7 grams of garlic powder. Whew, all right, it's a lot of things. I got it. Whisk that together, and then carefully whisk in 1 cup or 240 milliliters of water until you got, well, sort of like a loose batter going there. Now, once you're done soaking, you're then going to fill a heavy bottom pot with frying oil. Now, this is a 5 quart. Oh, by the way, this is a new pot. Did you see that? Old Bessie is no more. It's a new one, so kisses to Bessie. Anyway, do not fill this more than a little over halfway. Now go ahead and heat that oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. While that's heating, you can remove your curly fries from their soaking liquid and make sure to also cut them into manageable pieces. I mean, they're gonna be super duper long, so, you know, cut them into reasonable lengths. Then just shake off the excess water and then place them in your bowl with your batter. Once all the fries are in there, give them a little toss, you know, shake them around, coat them nicely and evenly. Okay, so now comes the frying part. Now these are gonna fry super violently because they're coated in a liquidy batter, so what do you expect, you know? Water and hot oil, not your best friend, so please be careful. Now take a little bit of your fries out of the batter, gently shake off any excess batter, and then carefully lower them into your temp oil, and then you're simply just gonna fry them for about 4 to 5 minutes or until crispy and nice and, well, golden red in this case. Now please start with a small batch of fries. Don't do them all at once because this is going to foam up a lot when it fries. I hold no liability for any mistakes you make, all right? Now once you're nice and golden and crispy, you're then gonna transfer it to a baking sheet lined with a rack. Lightly season them with salt, and I added a little bit of Aleppo pepper on top as well, just, you know, some extra texture and flavor. And then just let them cool down until you can put them in your mouth, and, well, yeah, actually, that just repeat that process with the rest of your fries, and that is literally it. It's all you have to do. There's no double frying with this method. It's literally one and done, brother. All right, so, well, yeah, that's it. Let's taste test. And yes, again, I added a little bit of black truffle for the flex. I don't want to hear anybody going, oh, that's cheating, Josh. You can't be doing that. Yeah, well, I did it anyway, and I tasted it before I added the truffle, and that is the opinion we're going to go with. Wanted the truffle. Leave me alone. Oh, and before we taste test and decide the winner, here's a little black truffle mayo I made to go with this. So it's going to be a 1/4 cup or 60 grams of mayonnaise, half of a small grated black winter truffle, which is about 17 grams, 2 cloves of grated fresh garlic, 1 small bunch of chives finely chopped, a splash of fish sauce, and black pepper to taste. Fine ground, that is. Mix that together, and you got a little, you know, dipping sauce that is mind-boggling.
Before we, what's the word, obliterate this, let's always cleanse the palate. Got mine. Here's how they sound. Crispy. Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So visually, I personally think mine look better. I like the darker red. It's more dramatic looking, and they're a little bit thinner, which I kind of like. So our competitor tastes slightly undercooked. They're dry. On the other hand, mine fluffy on the inside, crispy on the outside. Here's this flavor level. And then here's this flavor level. You can't even see this one. This is like out of frame. The smoky paprika. All right. Enough. I think we did it, kids. I gotta start bringing people on here to taste these because y'all are gonna start yelling at me and being like, Josh, you always say yours wins.
So fine.
We'll start bringing in taste testers to verify that I'm always right. So, look at that little corkscrew.
But do you want to know what else is a corkscrew that you should look at? B-roll.
Alright guys, and that is it. So, I really gotta bring some people on here to be taste testing this stuff because it's a little hard to take it seriously, but I mean, come on, like, look at it. You eat with your eyes first, okay? And if your eyes say, ooh, daddy likey, daddy want yum yum, not good, not a good one. That was weird. But if your eyes do say daddy want yum yum, probably that's where the yum yum is. Just to be completely honest with you. Yesterday, I got off the phone with somebody that you guys have been wanting us to do something together for a very, very long time. We had a wonderful conversation. You're gonna be stoked. I'm stoked. Life is good. I love you. I hope you love me back. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Also, thank you so much for the support. I just gotta say it because I'm just so freaking grateful for you and for this opportunity, all these opportunities and all these things that are going on. You're great. Please know that I am like unbelievably grateful every single day. Just know that. Yeah, you know, I love french fries, but chicken fries? What? Okay, it doesn't matter, because we're going to flex on them. Very first Butt Better with Burger King. Chicken fries were the most requested out of everything I saw, and I get why. They're weird and unique, and I don't like the concept of a chicken fry. That just makes me fried chicken. You don't have a go through. You just don't. I guess it's cool to put your mouth like that, but then like no, I don't want this to be the whole house. Let's just mix. Can I get you to order a chicken fries? I'll do that with sauce. Don't have fry sauce. How can you have chicken fries? It's okay. Papa, we'll take care. Thank you. We got the bag. This is our first burger. I think it is. Oh, it's like a modern art burger. You didn't have to do all that. All right. The box. Oh, I dig it. All fluff. You tweet. What? God, there's a lot of stuff on this. Hashtag chicken fries. Yeah, we have hashtag. Right? Welcome to 2007 Instagram. Skinny mozzarella sticks. They didn't have sauce, so this is sauce. Oh, I mean, listen to how these snap first off. That sounds like a tore piece of foam in half. The aftertaste is super bitter because the oil's been on for God knows how long. They do taste okay aside from that. Like the MSG helps, so there's that. They're not quite juicy considering there should be plenty of fat in this. The McDonald's nuggets are killing this. These just have clout because they're in the shape of a fry. We're gonna do better if that wasn't evident. Well. This is kind of a similar thing to the McDonald's nuggets in the sense of ground chicken. But before we go there, let's first make our chicken fry sauce since the BK underwhelmed us by not even having it. Get yourself a medium saucepan and add half a cup of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2.5 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of fine sea salt, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of honey. Optionally, give it a little sprinkle of magic dust, also known as MSG, and lastly, a tablespoon of your favorite hot sauce. Give it a stir, place it on a stove over medium heat, and as soon as it starts to bubble, let that simmer and reduce for 8 minutes while stirring occasionally. Now what's that look like to you? That's a good old-fashioned barbecue sauce. But hang on, pour that bad boy into a small bowl, and add half a cup of yellow mustard, half a cup of mayonnaise. Yes, I know there's a lot of ingredients, right? Just stop complaining. If you're not, then I guess you. Oh, one last thing. I also added some spicy chili crisp because, you know, why not? There's already like 10 ingredients. About a tablespoon. Anyway, add some whiskey business until thoroughly combined, and Marvel added king of chicken sauces. Now, what exactly makes up a chicken fry? Chickens mating with fries? Fries mating with chickens? It all sounds very wrong and cryptic. Instead, we must first begin with ground chicken. I'd recommend grinding your own, which if you choose to do so, get yourself 1 pound of chicken breast, slice it into nice long strips, place it into a bowl, then rough chop a 1/4 pound of pure chicken skin, which you can buy from a butcher or strip off some chicken thighs. You know, those chicken thighs you forgot in your fridge that you're just letting them sit there and rot away. Make sure they're not actually rotting. To that, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of MSG, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper, and 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar. Now, mix all that up, prep a meat grinder, and look, I've said it before, if you have a stand mixer, get the meat grinder attachment. It's like $40 and it's incredible for stuff like this. I use it all the time. Anyway, run your meat through your grinder gradually until all of it is ground, and just look at that, it's perfectly ground chicken. And of course, if you don't have a grinder, simply buy pure ground chicken breast and skip the skin. Okay, so we have our spiced ground chicken. Now all we need to do is shape it.
Using a bowl of water, dampen your hands to keep the meat from sticking, and form your chicken into the dimensions of, well, a french fry. Yes, literally a french fry. What were you expecting? Go as thick or thin as you want, although I found a little under a ½ inch thick to be perfect. The length is up to you, but try not to get too crazy because nobody here wants to measure that. This takes some time, so just be patient and become one with your chicken. Now once you've got your meat sticks, pop those thangs in the freezer for 15 minutes. Now while those are firming up, get your katsu style breading station ready. Here we have a bowl filled with 1 cup of all-purpose flour, which I've also seasoned with 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of MSG, 2 teaspoons of Spanish paprika, and 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. The next bowl is 2 to 3 eggs, cracked and beaten with 1 tablespoon of water until homogeneous, and lastly 1 cup of panko bread crumbs. Okay, it's breading time. First begin by gently coating your fries evenly with the flour mixture, shake off the excess, then give it a complete coat with egg wash. Make sure there's no dry spots, and finally toss in the panko for a beautifully even coat. Remember Papa's rule. No naked chicken spots. I want this thing to be a full and single absolute unit of coating. Do you go outside with your jacket and pants but then cut the backside off your pants so that your butt cheeks are revealed? No, so don't do it with your chicken. Anyway, frying these is super easy. Get a heavy bottom pot, filled about 3/4 of the way up with oil for frying, of course. Heat that to 350 degrees Fahrenheit over medium heat, and then fry your breaded chicken in batches of 5 to 8 pieces at a time, depending on the pot, for about 3 to 4 minutes or until they emerge transformed, glowing golden brown, and in an ethereal state of crispiness that could send you to the... Okay. Let's just taste test this and see how we did.
Nobody needs water. What most people need is canned water. That was a terrible idea. We've got our chicken fries. The simple idea of a chicken fry bothers me to the very core of my culinary being, so we won't focus too much on that, and rather, I think we should just eat this, shall we? Rather than saying we won, why don't you just take a listen? You got the salt levels, the seasoning, the crunch, the texture of the chicken. It's bouncy, it's juicy. They may not have had their sauce, but I made something that I thought would go good with it. Cut the cameras. This is the perfect combo. It's sweet and mustardy, rich. It has a little bit of spice from the spicy chili crisp. By the way, shout out to Spicy Chili Crisp. Solves all problems. Look, you guys know I think we won. Let's bring Vickerman here to taste test. He hasn't eaten at all today. He's just been sitting here starving to death. He puts on the coveted But Better mask. Want to do just plain Jane or sauce?
Do plain Jane.
Number 1. Oh, wait. Number 1. And number 2. Hold it like a cigarette. Blow. Always blow when you have a cigarette.
I mean, yours is number 1.
We know.
Number 1 is the clear winner. No question about it. Texture, taste.
Do you see the bitter aftertaste I'm talking about?
Yeah. Normally, I don't know what you're talking about with the bitterness. Like, I'm used to fast food, so I don't really taste it, but this definitely bitter.
I'm gonna step away.
Ahem. Oh, congratulations. You win.
All right, you heard it here. But Better, episode 32, I think. I'm not very good at counting, but I am very good at cooking. See you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You want to know what else is full of crispy, meaty rods dunked into a creamy sauce? B-roll.
Guys, and that is it. So we made chicken fries, as in fried chicken in the form of a French fry, but not a French fry because there's no potato, so it's really just chicken fry. Okay, I can't let go of this problem that I have with this. I was actually kind of surprised because it turned out much better than I had anticipated. Not just in the sense of it being good, but more so like I kind of like the idea of a katsu style chicken cylinder. It's actually kind of a great idea. Taking a step back, you should definitely make this. I don't regret it whatsoever. Granted, shaping those little tubes took a little time, but nonetheless, worth the effort. You need to make it. And with all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Wingstop released a new sandwich. Well, 12. And we're gonna beat every single one. You already know what's going on. There's not much to say. We got a lot of sauces to make. Let's cut to the chase and do this, shall we? We have 12 sandwiches, 11 sauces. So I'm gonna see if I can make this in under an hour. If not, then we're gonna make the spiciest chicken sandwich we possibly can on planet Earth. And I have to eat it. Time starts now. And we're making the mango habanero first. Mango's cut. If it's ripe, it'll scoop it out into a blender.
Oh, vinegar, jiggy woogie, and wah wah. Habaneros, about a cup of those. Seeds and all. Gotta reduce this bad boy. This is not plugged in. The breaker is off. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the stove. Blender, parm, lemon juice, 2 egg yolk, mustard in, chopped rosemary, thyme, garlic, back on. All right, then we're gonna blend in oil. It's an emulsification. In the bowl, a little bit of chopped parsley in, some chives, red Fresno chili, top off, bottom off, and that's going to get seeded. Start with a julienne. Turn that the other way. Nice fine dice. In, shallot, same exact concept. Did I cut myself? Finely dice. Going in, stir. Okay, we have a garlic parm. Mango habanero gets stirred. So while this is simmering, a little bit of corn syrup in. I needed a Band-Aid for my ouchie that I made making this so far. Frank's Red Hot sauce, 2 cloves of garlic, crushed lightly in, a little bit of salt to taste, stir it. And now we just add butter. That's cold butter. Stir and emulsify. The heat's off. Done. Korean sauce, dark soy, wee bit of honey, little bit of ketchup, brown sugar, mirin, rice vinegar, gochujang, you gotta have it. We don't need to reduce this a ton. We're just gonna heat it. I'm gonna finally chop some garlic. Finally, mix this together. Heat off, it's still very hot. Sauce done, garlic goes in. All right, mix that all together. Korean done. Barbecue's always fun, right? Brown sugar, always. A little bit of salty salt, smoked paprika, distilled vinegar, garlic powder, water, and the piece de resistance tends to be better when there's a ketchup base. Look at that. I'm gonna stir all that. Splash of shirdashi, never hurt anyone, or has it? Whisk this together, get it nice and smooth. We're just gonna let that puppy rip. We're gonna make our Louisiana rub. Bowl, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of ginger powder, garlic powder, onion powder, always go light on onion. Paprika, oregano, and thyme. A bit of cayenne for some spice. We're gonna whisk that together. Dry rub, done. Now the Cajun one, I'm gonna go a little different route. With the cayenne, onion, lightly, garlic, much heavier, sugar, salt, MSG, why not, right? Ground white pepper, smoked paprika, and some black pepper. Whisk together, 1 cup of that. Keep this hot. That goes for our Cajun hot. All right, we got half the time remaining and half the sauces. Barbecue, done. There it is. Time for mild. Louisiana red, a bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of distilled vinegar. Heat that up over medium. And we're just gonna get this steamy hot. We don't need this to boil or anything like that. Once it's hot, heat goes off. Cold butter going directly in, tossed till melted. Mild buffalo, done. More Frank's Red Hot. To make it spicier, we have a very hot sauce. I don't know what it is, I just know it's really spicy. A little bit of cayenne, Aleppo, onion, and vinegar. Together, get butter in now, all of it. Stirring it, we're emulsifying. 3 more sauces left. Done. Hot buffalo, Mr. Hawaiian's next. Pineapple juice, put that on high heat. We're gonna reduce that slightly. A bit of sugar, that's brown sugar. 1 jalapeno, rough chopped, in. A bit of ginger, in. Green onion, cut that into segments. I have water, I have cornstarch. You put it together, dissolve, that's our slurry. I'm gonna add in my soy sauce. I'm gonna reduce that a minute. Vikram wants me to note that it's raining because he doesn't like it. Getting darker and darker as we speak. This is done. Take our slurry here and whisk it in quickly. We're thickening over here, gentlemen. Done. Pour that through here. Hawaiian sauce done. No clue if that's good or not. All right, lemon juice. A little bit of water. Heat on. Get it steamy. I'll actually do this one last. Atomic sauce has a lot of ingredients. We're starting with that. Oil in. We got garlic. We got habanero. We got salami. Not salami. Sliced. We go in. Habanero. Garlic sliced. In. Saute. Saute. Once that's softened, a little bit of crushed tomato, water, vinegar, sambal, cayenne, brown sugar. I think this is ketchup. I don't know what it is. I can't see. Kendrick, are you okay? It's okay, guys. We're all in this together. The power went out. Oh, it's back on. Okay. This time is wrong. Jesus Christ! Why is this happening today? Simmer this till it's soft. I'm gonna put it over here while it simmers. Lemon pepper while that goes. Turn it down, make sure it's not boiling. Butter, good chunk of our butter going in. Swirl that. We're ready for our lemon peppy seasoning going in. Additional garlic powder for the flex. Heat goes off, fresh garlic. Throw it in, done. We have 1 more sauce left and we're done. Blender, butter. Gonna finger that in there. In the bowl, season with salt. And stir. That's 56 minutes. That's it. The sauces are done. Let's assemble these sandwiches and see if we won every single sauce. But maybe if we survive this storm. Bowl, buttermilk, go. Mustard powder, garlic powder in. Onion powder on the other hand. Like I said, go light. A little bit of paprika and a whole lot of salt. Maybe a little peppy. Put that together. If you're making a lot of sandwiches, you need a lot of chicken. And they're in. Break them up so that they're marinating nicely. And we're just gonna cover it. Marinate this overnight or don't. You can also go right ahead and fry. Let's bread. Flour, salt in. Chicken can take a lot of freaking salt. Light onion powder, garlic, and ground ginger. Paprika, it. Cool, now we gotta go to the store. Whisk. Movie magic, marinated overnight. Sheet tray, put some of your dredge on that, because this is where your chicken's gonna land. Oh! Dry hand, wet hand. Identify which one. I don't give a shit. Could be your third leg for all I care. We're just gonna add a little bit, some drippy drippies of our dredge. Chicken in. Toss, 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 toss. Press. I want it fully coated. Oh, she's beautiful. Look at that. Now you shake off the excess, pop it to the side, and we're gonna repeat with all our chicken. Woo! Okay, all done. All right, we gotta cut these buns, and we got a lot of them.
Woo! Now we gotta toast them. Heat, pan, medium. Butter, spun in. Should look a little bit like this. The more surface area, the better. We're all toasted. Frying time. Oil, 350 Fahrenheit. We got a lot of chicken to fry. Today, Yuma's helping us out. He's frying at the same time. Frying in the living room. Let's go! After 3 to 4 minutes, you pull it out. They should look something like this, and hopefully they're not medium rare. A bit more salt. We're almost there. It's time to assemble. We sauce and we top. We're lining them all up. I don't think that they put mayo on theirs. I have a problem with that. I'm gonna put a little bit of Koopy on there. All right, chicken goes in. Bowl, sauce, and we toss. Chicken down, and repeat. God damn, I didn't take goddamn Instagram photo. All right, pickle time. We're gonna do 1, 2.
They do too.
Well, then I'm doing 3. Are you ready to watch me slop their top? Top bun, top bun, top, boom. Woo! Got all sorts of flavors on here. Look, we got flavors here, and I got flavor here. Time to find a winner. This is my first time trying a Wingstop one, so here we go. This is the Korean. Tastes absolutely nothing like Korean. This is hospital food. Time for mine. Oh wait, is this barbecue? Sorry, this is barbecue. That explains why it didn't taste like Korean. It does taste like barbecue sauce. Still God damn. It's sweet, it's smoky. I will say theirs is a little bit more smoky. I think they probably used liquid smoke maybe, but I'm calling this a dub. It wouldn't be fair for me to rate every single one of these because I'm just gonna say, oh, I want that. We're gonna have everyone else taste test and decide the final winner. Let's begin.
He left it with us, and now I will feed you like a baby. Number 1. Oh my goodness. 2. Make your choice. Here you go.
Oh.
Your right side.
The first one. Why's Wingstop gotta be trash like that?
We won, end of story, but you wanna know what the beginning of the story is? B-roll. Buffalo Wild Wings folded, and now it's Wingstop's turn. Okay, so I'm actually a fan of Wingstop. I do enjoy their wings. And I also like Rick Ross, and I keep seeing him talking about it. Not gonna lie, very entertaining. So this is another tough one for me. They're lemon pepper wings, an iconic choice when you go to Wingstop. I get it. So we're gonna make the traditional lemon pepper wings, but if we do that and we beat them, then we're making the lemon pepper wet too. There's not a lot to say here. The boasting will come afterwards. So with all that being said, let's make this, shall we? I'd like to just place an order for pickup. And what would you like? Can I just do 10 lemon pepper wings? It'll be $13.50. Cool, thank you. No problem. That was fast. Honestly, service, 8 out of 10. I could not understand what he said in the beginning, otherwise it would have been 10 out of 10. It was also $13 for 10 wings. Okay, let's go. Let the farty party begin. Hello? It's in a strip mall and has no actual building or facade to it, so it's gonna get a 1 out of 10. I hate that. Although that doesn't mean that the food's bad. Menu, we already know what it is. Because they took away lemon pepper wet and their flavors are so limited, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10. That's a real rating for once. We already did the service. That was 10 out of 10, or 9 out of 10, somewhere in that region. I'll be back.
Okay.
If anyone comes in the car, you have to kill them.
I'm ready to perform that task for you.
All right, I'll be back.
Bye.
Hi. It smelled like a Petco in there. Yeah, okay, let's go. So we've got bag secured. Cringe. No more of that.
Okay.
I mean, these look good. Smell nice. I like Wingstop better than I like Buffalo Wild Wings, so this may be a little bit more biased. Whoa! Josh likes something? Yeah, I do. It's just most of the things that you like suck. I'm gonna use my tweezers again, even though I chipped my tooth with them. Yeah, that hurt. Okay, so we don't need ranch. The first thing I wanna say about these wings, they don't really smell like lemon. That's the weird thing. I've only had this flavor from here once, I know. I smell pepper and that's it. These are good. Is this some butt better first? I actually like these wings. They're still crispy, which is a surprise because we picked them up and brought them here. Wingstop, good work. It's got that sort of balance of intense salt, intense acidity, a little bit of heat. It's lemony. Here's my one complaint. It's not as lemony as it should be. I feel like when I think of lemon pepper, I want lemon to like, you know? So a But Better first. Delicious, but are they the absolute maximum that they should be? No, and we're here to make that with culinary reflection.
Right, what is a lemon pepper wing without lemon pepper seasoning? Well, it's literally not a lemon pepper wing. That means lemon pepper seasoning is literally the heart and soul of these wings. So instead of some nasty lemon extracts, we're using real lemon peels. So get yourself 7 lemons, peel them with your best, sharpest peeler. Try to get as little of the white pith on these peels if possible. Once they're peeled, you'll dehydrate them using ideally a dehydrator or an oven. For the dehydrator method, simply pop these peels evenly spaced apart on a dehydrator rack, then into your dehydrator that's been preheated to 105 Fahrenheit and dry those bad boys for 24 hours. Oh my gosh, Josh, that's so long. Where? Excuse me.
I don't care.
Jokes aside, if you go the oven method, it'll be faster, but you will lose significantly more lemon flavor. But to do that, simply pop the peels on a wire rack and into an oven preheated to 200 Fahrenheit or as low as your oven will go for 20 to 30 minutes or till completely dry and snappy. Once they're dry, let them cool to room temp about 10 minutes, then pop them into a blender and blend on high until as fine as possible. Now, it's time. In a bowl, combine 3.5 tablespoons or 34 grams of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons or 6 grams of granulated citric acid. You can find it at a lot of grocery stores, and I've seen it at Whole Foods, but if not, the link is in the description. Half a teaspoon or 2 grams of onion powder, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of shiitake mushroom powder, which is literally just dried shiitake mushrooms ground into a powder. All your dehydrated lemon powder, and finally a 1/4 cup or 33 grams of fresh ground black pepper. Give that a lemony whisk. And you've got your lemon pepper seasoning, which should make any wing call itself lucky should it be coated in it. One little taste to have your mouth moister than an oyster. I'll tell you that, brother. Now making these wings is real easy. Get yourself a 7-quart pot filled with about 3.5 quarts of vegetable oil, heat that to 325 Fahrenheit, then while that's heating, let's get our lemon pepper butter ready. In a small sauce pot, add a 1/4 cup or 90 grams of unsalted butter, heat over medium heat just until melted, add 3 tablespoons or 24 grams of your lemon pepper seasoning, stir that together, cut off the heat, and add in 1 clove of garlic, grated, stir that in too, and you're ready for the party. Get yourself 3 pounds or about 1.5 kilos of wings with a good mix of drumettes and flats. In a separate large bowl, add 2 tablespoons or 15 grams of cornstarch, then add your wings, toss to cook completely, season lightly to taste with salt, toss again, then in 2 to 3 batches, fry your wings until pale but cooked all the way through, about 3 to 5 minutes, placing each batch of finished wings on a wire rack to drain. Then increase your oil temperature to 375 Fahrenheit and fry your wings one more time in batches, again, please don't throw it all in, for 2 to 4 minutes each or until a deep golden brown and crispy set of wings emerge. Repeat with the rest of them and pop them into a large bowl, add your lemon pepper butter and a touch of flaky salt. Toss to go generously, hit it with extra lemon pepper seasoning to taste, then simply pop them onto a large bowl or on a plate. Optionally top it off with a little bit of fresh grated lemon zest. You know, it looks nice and it smells. That is a lemon pepper wing. Now, could this undeniably simple recipe defeat a wing king? Let's find out.
It's refreshing and stank at the same time. Oh! You gotta do that when it's good in lemon pepper. This is everything the lemon pepper wing was supposed to be. It's citrusy, like step on my neck with the citrus, and it does. I just now have begun to realize how flat this falls and how this is more salty than it is sour. It's not balanced. So obviously I think we win. Let's bring on the taste test. Oh, well, there he is. I will say that these are very similar, so I'm interested to see how you'll depict this and what your opinion will be. Wing number 1. Wing number 2.
Yeah. Number 1 is the better one. You can taste the lemon. That's the biggest thing. These definitely are flat. I like Wingstop on its own, but like with all the lemon zest on it, miles and miles better.
Okay, so we got the win, of course, naturally, right? This is a simple dish, so the minuscule details are the most important. But if you don't want them dry and you want them wet, because Wingstop took that away, well, we're gonna make that too.
Right, folks, we ain't done yet. Let's talk lemon peppy wet. And yes, you'll use the same seasoning from the beginning. Now, for this one, we'll be breading our wings. Get yourself 3 pounds of wings yet again. This time, cover them with just enough buttermilk to coat. It's about 2 cups or 480 milliliters. Season that buttermilk with salt to taste. Keep it generous. Add your wings and toss to fully coat. You can let those marinate overnight, or if you're in a hurry, you can let them sit for about 10 minutes. Now, when you're ready to fry, first make the wettest lemon pepper wet sauce of all time. Listen, when I say wet, I mean wet. We'll start off with sort of a beurre monte. In the bottom of a saucepan, add the juice of 2 whole lemons and 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of water. Heat that over medium heat till it starts to get steamy and hot, but not boiling. Reduce the heat to medium-low, and add half a cup or 112 grams of cold salted butter as a single log. Begin whisking constantly until all that's melted and emulsified, then add another half cup or 112 grams of cold salted butter. Yet again, whisk till completely melted and emulsified. Please listen carefully. Do not boil this liquid because boiling will break the emulsion and you will not receive a kiss. Now once it's melted, emulsified, and beautiful, add 1 tablespoon or 12 grams of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons or 18 grams of our lemon pepper seasoning, give that a taste, and add more lemon pepper seasoning if desired. Now for your flour dredge, get a large bowl and add 1 cup or 150 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons or 15 grams of cornstarch, half a teaspoon or 2 grams of powder, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of fine sea salt, 1 tablespoon or 11 grams of garlic powder, and finally 1 tablespoon or 8 grams of our lemon peppy. Whisk it up for the lemon peppy boys. To fry, heat that same amount of oil from earlier to 350 Fahrenheit, then in 2 to 3 batches, add your butter milked wings to your dredge, coat thoroughly so every nook and cranny is dredged. Shake off the excess flour and fry for 46 minutes or until they reach an internal temp of 165 Fahrenheit and a golden brown and lovely chicken emerges. You know, the chicken crusty, as they say. Drain on a wire rack and repeat with the rest. Now, I would recommend saucing these in batches because these wings are much larger with the breading on them. So add your wings to a bowl, drizzle in your lemon pepper wet to taste, season with a little extra flaky salt, toss to coat completely, then dump them out on a platter, no garnish necessary, and let me show you why lemon pepper wet should have never left the menu.
Kind of like these the best, by a lot. First off, the crunch followed by a little bit of chew. The sauce seeped in, it's crunchy, it's juicy, rich, salty. Honestly, we won before, so now it's a double win. But you know what else is a double win? B-roll.
Every time we do this, Taco Bell never stands a chance. And this time is no different.
Stop, this is one of the most important episodes of But Better in history because it's the 69th. And we just hit 6 million subscribers. A massive thank you, and we have a big special coming for that, I promise. But in the meantime, to celebrate, I will see you in Los Angeles, April 1st, 5 p.m. We're serving burgers at Amboy. The link is in the description. I'll see you there. So back to this Gordita Crunch.
Okay, so today we're making the cheesy gordita crunch. What a mouthful, and it also visually is an eyeful, or an eyesore really. I don't know what it is with Taco Bell and putting things in other things. They got their quesarito that's like a burrito and a quesadilla, and then they're like, oh, what if we make another quesadilla and then put a crunchy taco in there? They're basically trying to figure out how to put literally anything in a quesadilla. Next thing it's gonna be iPhone for free in a quesadilla. Stop. You don't need to compensate for your food, it's bad, just accept what it is. So with all that being said, let's make this, shall we?
Yeah, Kentucky Taco. Yeah. Since it has 2, I'll give the location a 2 out of 10. I already know what's on the menu. Menu rating 5 out of 10. Oh, the nacho fries are back. Look at that. Hi, can I get 2 cheesy gordita crunch?
Yes, sir. 2 cheesy gordita crunch. Anything else for you, sir?
No, that's it.
All right, so your total's gonna be $8.64.
Great, thank you. Yeah, that service is getting a 9 out of 10. That guy is on his shit. I love that. I didn't even inhale to say my first word, and he was already like, what can I get you? Cheesy gordita? Yeah, no problem. All right, done. Love you, bye. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Holy shit, that was fast. That was faster than McDonald's. We were in and out of there in 30 seconds. 10 out of 10 service. Wow. Is it hot? How do they do that? Do they just have them sitting there? I don't know how that's possible. I genuinely do not know how that is possible. So we got... Yo, the Colonel owns Taco Bell now.
I guess.
This feels nothing like I would imagine. This is what it's supposed to look like, and that's what it actually looks like. This is the cheese that they put on there. Someone complained about me spitting out food being a waste of food, so I swallowed it. There's 0 flavor to this whatsoever. The texture I actually kind of like, right? The soft, the crunch, the lettuce, 0 flavor. At this point, this is just an onslaught. This isn't a matter of winning or losing. This is a matter of how hard do I want to spank them. And it's gonna be hard, let me tell you.
Shockingly, this is easier than you think. We have a flatbread, which is really just my tortilla dough rolled thicker, ancho ranch, or ancho rancho if you will, sorry, taco shells, and of course our beef. Let's start with the ground beef, the easiest culinary cop-out in the world, and usually disappointing. Not this one. Start with a medium sauce pot, set over medium-high, add 1 pounder, 450 grams of fatty ground beef. You really want this underneath 80% lean, but you know, get what you got. Press it out so it's nice and flat, let it sear for 3 minutes, get some good color, flip and sear 3 more minutes, then using a handheld masher, mash it up till it gets as fine as possible, then let it cook and fry for 3 to 5 minutes, stirring often until cooked through and you get beautiful little crispy bits. It's like meaty diamonds twinkling with crunch. Then add half a teaspoon or 1 gram of oignon powder, 1 tablespoon or 9 grams of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons or 4 grams of ancho powder, half a teaspoon or 1 gram of ground cinnamon, stir together and allow to toast for 2 seconds, then add 3.5 tablespoons or 65 grams of tomato paste, stir that in until completely coating the beef, and finally add in 1.5 cups or 350 milliliters of beef broth, toss in 2 bay leaves, bring to a boil over medium-high, reduce the heat to low, and simmer and reduce for 30 to 40 minutes or until almost all the liquid is gone and you're left with a condensed flavor care package. Then just cut the heat, toss in 2 cloves of finely chopped garlic, mix together until fragrant, and that's your beef, doesn't taste like poopy. Now, like I've said, instead of standing and picking your nose during the 40-minute simmer time, you'll make your flatbread. In a medium-sized bowl, add 2 cups or 300 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of fine sea salt, half a teaspoon or 2 grams of baking powder, whisk together until combined, then separately mix in a tiny little pinch of instant yeast, into 3/4 of a cup or 180 milliliters of warm water, that's around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Once dissolved, add a 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of vegetable oil, mix together. Obviously, it's not going to stay mixed, right? We all remember science class. Now, add that to your flour, mix with a fork till you get a shaggy dough, then knead by hand for 4 to 5 minutes or until you get a smooth, supple dough. Wrap in plastic wrap and rest for 30 minutes. As we wait for the ancho ranch, in a medium-sized bowl, add 1 cup or 208 grams of mayo, a 1/4 cup or 55 grams of creme fraiche, a 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of oignon powder, 2 teaspoons or 4 grams of ancho powder, 1 red Fresno chili, finely chopped, a 1/4 cup or 14 grams of fresh cilantro, finely chopped, 3 sprigs of dill, finely chopped, 3 cloves of garlic, grated, salty peppy to taste, 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of hot sauce of your choice, Cholula is the way you want to go, a 1/3 cup or 80 milliliters of buttermilk, twisted together to create a spicy, creamy ranch that clings to the back of a spoon so well it's like it has separation anxiety. Now back to our flatbread. Plop your dough onto a work surface, separate it into 70-gram pieces, roll into light balls, then dust with flour, press them out to get a disc, and roll with a rolling pin until you get roughly an 8-inch disc. It's about 1/3 of an inch thick, or even slightly thicker. This is cooked like all my other tortilla recipes. Ripping hot cast iron pan that's been heated over medium-high until hotter than me in a mini skirt and thigh-high boots. Plop in a flatbread and let it cook for 20 seconds, or until you start to get some bubbles and light char. Flip and repeat for another 20 to 30 seconds, and place on a towel, stacking them as you go, and repeat with all of your dough. It's kind of like an in-between of naan and a tortilla. It's a beautiful thing, actually. I kind of like this. Right, we're nearly ready to assemble. So, onto the taco shells, which is literally just 350-degree frying oil, canola or vegetable is fine, or avocado if you want to drop $100 on this. And, well, you just fry your corn tortillas in that. Now, to get the shape, you can either fry and fold them with tongs and hold them in the oil till it holds that shape, or you can use a taco shell shaper. Yes, they exist. These work pretty good, and fun fact, at my very first book signing, I actually met the family that created this, which they came all the way out just to thank me, saying that you guys helped his family quite a bit by going and grabbing these. Shout out to that guy and his family, very sweet story, and, you know, shout out to y'all for being so supportive. Anyway, fry these guys till light golden brown and crisp, about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove and drain on a wire rack, being sure to salt immediately while they're still hot. If you want the Doritos Locos version, all you gotta do is use the seasoning from my Doritos Locos video, link in the description for that, while they're still hot, and, well, look at that. And yes, we'll taste test both of these, don't you worry. Right, assembly time. For accoutrement, you want half a head of iceberg, thinly sliced, half a sweet onion, very thinly sliced on a mandolin. Now, optionally, but highly recommended if you really care about an eating experience, you can place that onion in a bowl, cover with a wire rack, and fill with water, let it run for about a minute, and after you'll have beautifully crisp, sweet onion that has all the nice, luxurious flavors without the abrasive spice and sulfuric onion flavor. Cheese mix is easy. It's a 50-50 mix of 1.5 cups or 84 grams of grated cheddar and the exact same amount in Monterey Jack, also grated. Toss together, and that's your fromage. Okay, here we go. To bring this all together, lay down your flatbread. Cook the entire surface with cheese like a pizza. Brush it
Oh,
over
I'm
with a
back.
torch or pop under the broiler until the cheese is completely melted and hot. Immediately place your taco shell in the center.
Actually, I want to
Press it
finish
together,
watching
gently
this.
holding it until it adheres, which takes a solid 15 to 25 seconds. Release, then add your meat.
I
in the
am
center,
interested.
Evenly spread out as little or as much as you like. A nice squirt of your ancho ranch, a handful of thinly sliced onion, a fat stack of refreshing iceberg, and a
Oh,
little
I need to actually write my
of
stuff
your
on
cheese
Twitter.
On top. Look, I hate cold cheese on these tacos, but that's how they do it. All right, don't ask me why. Keeping it consistent here. Now, it's time for the all-important taste test to decide which the winner is here. But visually, I mean, come on, this is just sad. I mean, we might as well just say we've won, right? This is everything Taco Bell wanted to be. The crunch, the flavor. It's like punching you in the mouth. This is a win. Doritos.
That is significantly better. Doritos Loco, 100%. Big dub. We won, but we need our taste tester. How are you feeling about this?
I like Taco Bell.
First bite.
Oh, God.
Number 2.
I obviously picked number 1. There is an amount of flavor here that is just non-existent in this one. I can taste every little bit of every ingredient in here. The juicy, wonderful meat, and then the softness of this flatbread tortilla thing. This is nothing. There's supposed to be cheese here. It's nothing! You're scaring me. It's nothing!
Kendrick? You heard it here. We're the winners. Yet again, Taco Bell never stood a chance. You wanna know what else always stands a chance? B-roll.
You know what's really interesting is that I like to enjoy Taco Bell, but he makes a point. There's just times where even when you're hungry, right? When you're hungry, you can just eat about whatever. Even cheap fast food tastes gourmet to you. But after a while, you start to recognize the fast food you're eating is going to miss something. At least one thing that, like, that you don't find compared to when you can make the same thing homemade. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I have not had Taco Bell in a long time. There is stuff from Taco Bell that I would eat, though. I don't eat Taco Bell often, but it's one of the places I go to if I have cravings. And most of the time I get like affordable cravings too. Because there's even times when I don't have much of my wallet left at lunchtime, and their value menu items were enough to fill me up. So that was worth it. Back then. Anyways. Let me play another episode of this series while I post something on Twitter. My latest video should be up on both YouTube and TikTok. I'm going to try to squeeze one more in before the end of the 31st. Yeah, before the end of the 31st, I want to try to squeeze one more in. If not, at least we got a few uploads.
Ah yes, yet another chicken place with their secret sauce. Well, let me tell you something. Around these parts, we don't believe in secrets. Okay, so today we're making Cane's chicken tenders with their secret sauce. We're gonna do the whole meal, as a matter of fact. I was just gonna do the tenders at first, and then I thought, well, you know what? When people order the tenders, they get the whole meal. They get the chicken, the fries, the toast, and of course, the sauce and the coleslaw that nobody eats. But today we're gonna make a coleslaw that people will eat and desire every moment of their life. So, I don't think there's much else to say about that other than, let's make this. Shall we?
Candace, why does everyone want chicken right now? What day is it? Friday is holy it's not that good. It is not this good. I have to do this to make money, and I don't even want to go sin that. If it isn't obvious, my patience is being tested. That is the coolest dog. I would come just to see the dog. Can I get...
I've never had this place. I've never had Raising Kings. But I've heard mixed reviews. There's people who say it's good. But then there's people who say it's one of those chicken places that require the sauce. There's somebody I know in Arizona. I might pay a visit to that person I know in Arizona. In my trip to Arizona, we're going to be feasting on a bunch of fast food that I will never get in the East Coast. Raising Cane's will be one of them. And I will do my best to be as honest, but not as abrasive as possible for any of the West Coast exclusive fast food that I may or may not like. Because here's the thing. One of the drawbacks of fast food places is that depending on the franchise, the quality of preparation and service can have an impact on your impression of the fast food chain in general. So, like, let's say you go to a Checkers, Hardee's, one of those, and you may not like the place because the employees treated you like garbage. And the food preparation was subpar. Like, subpar. Because it's one thing for the food to not taste good. But by the least of it, at least, like, some level of care should be given. And that's why people love to go to Chick-fil-A. Because at Chick-fil-A's, they make sure the service is on point. Chick-fil-A always makes sure that the service is excellent. Even if you don't like the food at Chick-fil-A, they always make sure that your service is served with a smile. And all the other positive stuff. So that's my main concern right now. Is if I go to these locations for the first time, if their service is not right, if their preparation was not good, that would leave me a negative impression. A negative first impression. For the places I want to visit, In-N-Out, Raising Cane's, Culver's. What else? I'm trying to think. Maybe Jack in the Box? I spoke about this before with the boys in the Discord messages. Maybe Sonic's? I mean, technically I could go to a Sonic's where I am, but... no, where I used to live. Yeah, where I used to live. But there's few and far between of them. Not much locations. So I guess that's my list. Raising Cane's. Culver's. In-N-Out. Jack in the Box. And Sonic's. I've heard mixed things about Sonic as well. There's some people who say that some food is good. I think universally, the entire menu is not entirely good from what I read. But there are food items on Sonic's menu that shine. Anyways.
Get 2 box combos but no drink. 1576. Thank you. 1576. That was a good year. It wasn't. It was a bad. That was a bad time. Nobody wanted to be alive during then. Ketchup? Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. You have a good one. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Woo!
Huh, so they have ketchup. I would hope they have honey mustard.
So we've got Cane's box. We've got the Texas toast, famous. Chicken doesn't look bad. The sauce, let's get a taste of the sauce real quick. Can't tell if there's MSG in that or not. I have to figure that out. Got these fries. Who goes through the drive-thru and you get this?
Oh, that is miserable.
Chicken tenders, all right. Dip.
But to be fair, a lot of times when you get fries from fast food place, they do end up becoming cold and soggy if you bring them home. If you bring them home, they will end up cold and soggy. This has been the case with fries from Popeyes. I love Popeyes fries. The seasoning on them is great. But if you don't eat the fries then and there, you have to reheat them when you get back home. Now, I personally do not mind that. But that's a place, it's a corner that places cross. Where they put ready food on a hot plate. Because of how fast food places work. And by the time it gets to your bag, it's probably going to be warm or room temperature at best. So unless you're there, the moment they made hot and ready fresh food, a lot of the meals that you get in the bag come from the hot plate that's just been sitting there for so many hours. And I could kind of speak from experience of this because I previously worked in a cinema where it's been the case for our popcorn, in which when you get the popcorn, it's not always guaranteed to be fresh. But we always keep the popcorn machine nice and warm. At least toasty enough. So that it doesn't spoil over time for the whole period of the day. I don't exactly have too much negatives to say about my previous job. If anything, I enjoyed it for a learning experience. It's also one of those jobs where the workplace coworker dynamic just did not translate well outside the workplace. It's this, how do I explain this? I need to turn the music back on, I'm sorry. It's a social relationship that we all get when we're working. And we know it to those of us who've been in workplaces where we can get along well with coworkers. And we function completely well together. Like gears on a machine. But when we interact with these coworkers outside the workplace, we're just complete strangers. Because we do not see these individuals as mutual friends we can keep in touch with outside the workplace. And it's not just the workplace either. This can also be your classmates too. And this I can speak from experience from university. And high school, I think. There are people, specific individuals I will not name, who I believe has been, or have been, wonderful classmates to be in class with, to work on assignments and projects with. And there's only a select few to this day who I feel are pretty, how do I describe this? Pretty comfortable to socialize and vibe with. Yeah, pretty comfortable to socialize and vibe with outside the classroom. But the students I met in student activities or outside the classroom felt a bit better being friends with them. Because the atmosphere outside the classroom is more relaxed. Like, mostly stress-free. Anyways, I am going on a complete tangent.
The chicken is heavily underseasoned. This one is the most underseasoned I've had from Cane's before. It's ultra dry and stringy. Like, look how dry this is. Can you see that?
Oh, that is nasty stuff.
Dry, okay? The sauce itself, I don't know why people are so obsessed with this. Like, it's good, but it's not like mind-boggling. Not bottling, like your mind is in a bottle.
Which makes sense because, like, not every fast food place can hit that gourmet level of wonderful combination of flavors. There should not be any high expectations for fast food. Now, there are places like Shake Shack who take an extra step, an extra mile, to at least be sure that the quality of their food is better than average. But keep in mind, better quality food will always have the price that justifies that quality. So nobody in this day and age should go out of their way and complain. It's understandable to complain, but if the prices get inflated when they were expensive enough, the prices are like that for a reason. To cover the costs of supply and chain, rent of the building, etc. Any case.
That's just sad. Texas, is this what you want to represent yourself with?
First of all, I love the frame that I paused this on. Second of all, I will never understand. I will never understand why and how people enjoy Texas toast. I don't enjoy that piece of bread on its own, I'm sorry. Now, if it's flavored, like the bread is wonderful as garlic bread. That's great. But I can't just enjoy this piece of oval-shaped carbohydrate on my own. If any of y'all get my drift.
Is this what you want to represent yourself with?
Whoops.
Nobody eats this coleslaw because it's disgusting, but I'm gonna taste it anyway. That was the most vile thing we've put in my mouth on this show. That ruined everything. At the end of the day, this isn't that bad, right? It's not terrible. I understand why people like it, but it's so far away from really being good. I think we'll take this one over. Now, we can't.
I really hope that after that episode, he did not get stomach sickness. I really hope he did not get stomach sickness. Mayonnaise-based food? Or like dairy-based stuff? They can spoil. And when you have food that, like, that's made to taste sour to begin with, sometimes you can't tell if there's spoilage or not without the appearance of it being so rotten. You know what's the most irritating food in which you can't tell if it's spoiled or not? Is blue cheese. Blue cheese is a funky piece of food. From the appearance to the smell to the taste. I guess if it appears fuzzy, you throw it out. But sometimes I guess when it just... that annoys me with some pieces of food. Some pieces of food just have a funky taste that if the appearance doesn't display that it's spoiled, and the taste does not either, all you could do is rely on your body to tell you. Am I going to commit diarrhea later? Or is your bowel just fine okay? Yeah, is your bowel just fine today, or am I going to commit diarrhea? Unfortunately, that was the case with me and sushi one day. One specific local sushi place. That's a story for another time.
Can't start this without your precious cane sauce. And look, the recipe's already out there floating around the internet. This is a slightly tweaked version. In a bowl, add 3/4 of a cup or 150 grams of mayonnaise, 5 tablespoons or 90 grams of ketchup, 1.5 tablespoons or 20 grams of Worcestershire sauce, 3 cloves of fresh grated garlic, 1.5 teaspoons or 5 grams of salt, kosher salt, and fresh cracked black pepper to taste. Whisk all that together and put it in the fridge till you need it. I will note that this tastes much more authentic if you let it sit for at least a few hours and ideally overnight. Right, I don't know a single person that likes this slaw, but you know what? We're here to make that one of the stars of the show. Start with half a cup of mayo, a 1/4 cup of buttermilk, 1 bunch of thinly sliced chives, 1 clove of grated garlic, a 1/4 cup of chopped pickled onions, and yes, I have a recipe for that, link in the description. The juice and zest of 1 lemon, 2 grated carrots, and 2 dill pickles that have also been grated. Then just mix that all together and add in half a head of green cabbage that's been very thinly sliced. Season that to taste with salt and pepper and toss together until thoroughly combined. I mean, look at this. A slaw so gosh darn good you'll be slapping your knee, or something like that. Now let's talk chicken tendies. Look, it's simple. You need 4 chicken breasts, cut them in half lengthwise like this fella right here. Then separately whisk together 1.5 cups or 350 milliliters of buttermilk.
That is the key right there. If you want super tender chicken, buttermilk. That's what we want right there. Buttermilk. Buttermilk. The material in buttermilk is amazing at breaking down chicken and tenderizing it and infusing flavor into it. My perfect piece of chicken would be with a buttermilk marinade. And let me think what else. Ooh. We can make it super crunchy. I could do tempura style with the flour starch mixture. Yeah, it could be a flour starch mixture. Wrong flour, bread flour, and starch mixture. And starch mixture. Guys, I swear English is difficult for this thing. Or the next best option. We use crushed up cornflakes with snack chips. Crushed up cornflakes and snack chips. Cornflakes and snacks in general. Crushed up snacks in general are super amazing as a crust.
One tablespoon or 10 grams of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon or 6 grams of ground white pepper. Do not skip the white pepper, it's an iconic fried chicken flavor. Now once that's combined, add in your chicken to its milky bathwater, cover it with plastic wrap, and marinate for at least 1 hour or ideally overnight. While that's marinating, let's get our fries prepped. Yes, we make our own fries. Let's go, brother. Real simple, you need 2.5 pounds of russet potatoes. Peel them or don't peel them, up to you. Just make sure you wash them. Then cut them into batons, or just waste a bunch of money on this cool french fry slicer. But would you look at that, it came in handy, didn't it? Anyway, soak your potatoes in salted water for 30 minutes. Now while that's soaking, let's go back to frying our chicken. In a medium-sized bowl, add in 1.5 cups or 225 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons or 3 grams of paprika, 2 teaspoons or 4 grams of ground white pepper. Whisk all that together until thoroughly combined. Next, add your chicken to your flour, toss together, and press the flour into the chicken to make sure every surface is coated. I know I say it all the time. I want 0 unfloured pieces on this chicken. You got it, buddy boy? Once all of your chicken is coated, assuming you did it properly, it should look like this with some nice flaky bits to it. To get it frying, fill a heavy bottom pot with about 2.5 inches of frying oil like vegetable or canola. Just be sure not to fill it over 3/4 of the way up. That's a fire hazard. Heat it to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius, then fry your chicken in batches, about 3 to 4 pieces at a time for 5 to 7 minutes or until a deep golden brown and the inside is cooked through. Don't let your chicken sit in there forever, right? Otherwise it's going to overcook, it's going to dry out, real sad. And look at this beautiful, flaky, almost angelic piece of chicken. Make Papa wanna cry. Your fries should be ready to fry. Drain them from their water, dry them thoroughly, then lower your oil temp to 300 Fahrenheit, and if it's too hot, guess what? You can just add a little bit of more oil, and that'll immediately drop the temperature. Just frying facts for you today. Then in batches, deep fry your potatoes for 3 minutes, or just until they develop a skin and they're soft. They won't develop color, that's what you want. Remove from the oil, drain over a wire rack, set over a baking sheet, and repeat with all of your potatoes. Increase the oil temperature to 400 Fahrenheit, then fry in batches again until you get a beautiful golden brown like this, about 1 to 2 minutes. Remove from the hot oil, place in a bowl, and immediately season with salt to taste, then pour out onto your cooling rack. Repeat this with the rest of your fries. Remember to always season your fries when they're hot and fresh out of the oil, gosh darn it. Otherwise, none of the salt will stick, and you'll be so sad I can't even begin to describe it to you. Now, for the most part, we have our meal, except one crucial piece. That there Texas toast. Get a small pan and add half a cup or 112 grams of unsalted butter. Heat that over medium heat until melted. Turn off the heat and add 1 to 3 cloves of garlic, grated. Swirl that around to incorporate and place to the side. For the bread of choice, I went with a nice crusty loaf of sourdough bread, but you could also do brioche, up to you. Slice that bad boy about 1 inch thick. Toast it in a pan with butter on both sides. Once it's toasted nicely, brush it with garlic butter to my taste. Nice crusty loaf of sourdough bread, but you could also do brioche, up to you. Slice that bad boy about 1 inch thick. Toast it in a pan with butter on both sides.
Great choice of bread. Sourdough? Yes. The best bread, of course, in my taste. Pita. Sourdough. Naan bread. Brioche, croissant, those are the ones I could think of off the top of my head. Oh, le baguette, my favorites.
Once it's toasted nicely, brush it with garlic butter to my taste, and finish it off with some flaky salt, as we do around here. At this point, your house should smell magnificent, and your plate is ready to be assembled in this order. Fries, then you're frying. Fill a heavy bottom pot with about 2.5 good. You'll be slapped grated garlic, a 1/4 cup for at least a few hours, and ideally overnight. Right, I don't know a single person that likes this slaw, but you know what? We're here to make that one of the stars of the show. Start with half a cup of mayo, a 1/4 cup of buttermilk, 1 bunch of thinly sliced chives, 1 clove of grated garlic, a 1/4 cup of chopped pickled onions, and yes, I have a recipe for that, link in the description. The juice and zest of 1 lemon, 2 grated carrots, and 2 dill pickles that have also been grated. Then just mix that all together and add in half a head of green cabbage that's been very thinly sliced. Season that to taste with salt and pepper, and toss together until thoroughly combined. I mean, look at this. A slaw so gosh darn good you'll be slapping your knee, or something like that. Now let's talk chicken tendies. Look, it's simple. You need 4 chicken breasts, cut them in half lengthwise like this fella right here. Then separately whisk together 1.5 cups or 350 milliliters of buttermilk, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon or 6 grams of ground white pepper. Do not skip the white pepper, it's an iconic fried chicken flavor. Now once that's combined, add in your chicken to its milky bathwater, cover it with plastic wrap, and marinate for at least 1 hour or ideally overnight. While that's marinating, let's get our fries prepped. Yes, we make our own fries. Let's go, brother. Real simple. You need 2.5 pounds of russet potatoes. Peel them or don't peel them, up to you. Just make sure you wash them. Then cut them into batons, or just waste a bunch of money on this cool french fry slicer. But would you look at that? It came in handy, didn't it? Anyway, soak your potatoes in salted water for 30 minutes. Now while that's soaking, let's go back to frying our chicken. In a medium-sized bowl, add in 1.5 cups or 225 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon or 10 grams of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons or 3 grams of paprika, 2 teaspoons or 4 grams of ground white pepper. Whisk all that together until thoroughly combined. Next, add your chicken to your flour, toss together, and press the flour into the chicken to make sure every surface is coated. I know I say it all the time. I want 0 unfloured pieces on this chicken. You got it, buddy boy? Once all of your chicken is coated, assuming you did it properly, it should look like this with some nice flaky bits to it. To get it frying, fill a heavy bottom pot with about 2.5 inches of frying oil like vegetable or canola. Just be sure not to fill it over 3/4 of the way up. That's a fire hazard. Heat it to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius, then fry your chicken in batches, about 3 to 4 pieces at a time for 5 to 7 minutes or until a deep golden brown and the inside is cooked through. Don't let your chicken sit in there forever, right? Otherwise it's gonna overcook, it's gonna dry out real sad. And look at this beautiful, flaky, almost angelic piece of chicken. Make Papa wanna cry. Your fries should be ready to fry. Drain them from their water.
Oh my,
fry
I
them
am sorry
thoroughly,
about that.
Then lower your oil temp to 300 Fahrenheit, and if it's too hot, guess what? You can just add a little bit of more
My
oil.
Discord
and then I'll
crashed.
drop the temperature.
So, my avatar might be disappeared. I don't know if he will be fixed anytime soon. Alright, let me disconnect that. Let me reconnect. Oh my. Oh, that is not going to get fixed anytime soon. Oh, it happens every single time. Alright, we're going to leave that guy over there in the corner for now. I am so sorry about that, guys. Oh, sorry guys, I'm reading something on Discord. That's why I paused the video.
Just frying facts for you today. Then in batches, deep fry your potatoes for 3 minutes or just until they develop a skin and they're soft. They won't develop color, that's what you want. Remove from the oil, drain over a wire rack, set over a baking sheet, and repeat with all of your potatoes. Increase the oil temperature to 400 Fahrenheit, then fry in batches again until you get a beautiful golden brown like this, about 1 to 2 minutes. Remove from the hot oil, place in a bowl, and immediately season with salt to taste, then pour out onto your cooling rack. Repeat this with the rest of your fries. Remember to always season your fries when they're hot and fresh out of the oil, gosh darn it. Otherwise, none of the salt will stick, and you'll be so sad I can't even begin to describe it to you. Now, for the most part, we have our meal, except one crucial piece. That there Texas toast. Get a small pan and add half a cup or 112 grams of unsalted butter. Heat that over medium heat until melted. Turn off the heat and add 1 to 3 cloves of garlic, grated. Swirl that around to incorporate and place to the side. For the bread of choice, I went with a nice crusty loaf of sourdough bread, but you could also do brioche, you know, up to you. Slice that bad boy about 1 inch thick. Toast it in a pan with butter on both sides. Once it's toasted nicely, brush it with garlic butter to my taste, and finish it off with some flaky salt, you know, as we do around here. At this point, your house should smell magnificent, and your plate is ready to be assembled in this order. Fries, then your toast, which has been sliced at a diagonal, a ramekin of your slaw, a smaller ramekin of your cane sauce, and your luxurious fried chicken tenders. Look, if Canes wanted a spanking, I have a feeling this plate might have just done that.
Okay, so we're done. We got our chicken, we got our fries, we got our da-da-da-da-da-da. The fries have been sitting for like 2 hours, so no, they're not crispy anymore. But they would have been had we not sat fiddling around with this. We got our coleslaw. That is a coleslaw that I want to eat. I took a jab at the Texas toast. Garlic butter, flaky salt, and spongy on the inside, but on the outside, oh! Chicken. Yo, this chicken's really good. I think it's like one of the best fried chicken I've made so far somehow. Yeah, I mean, we obliterated. Okay, here's my sauce. You know what? Shockingly similar. Almost identical, actually. It's like one of the best fried chicken I've made so far. Okay, so we're done. We got our chicken, we got our fries, we got our da-da-da-da-da-da. The fries have been sitting for like 2 hours, so no, they're not crispy anymore. But they would have been had we not sat fiddling around with this. We got our coleslaw. That is a coleslaw that I want to eat. I took a jab at the Texas toast. Garlic butter, flaky salt, and spongy on the inside, but on the outside, oh! Chicken.
You guys hear that crunch too? All those crunches?
Yo, this chicken's really good. I think it's like one of the best fried chicken I've made so far somehow. Yeah, I mean, we obliterated. Okay, here's my sauce. You know what? Shockingly similar. Almost identical, actually. Except mine's better because it has the fresh garlic that's got some bitiness to it. Obviously, the french fries would be crispy. They're not anymore, but they've both been sitting around the same amount of time, so I would try them both. These are both cold fries, and even in death, mine wins, which means that they're immortal. Jacob's ready to go home. Here's the Texas toast, #1.
Texture aside, I can taste the garlic on this one, the garlic butter.
I know you don't like the coleslaw,
Oh my god.
Nobody eats it.
Coleslaw. I'm leaving that there for TJ tomorrow. That's coleslaw #1.
That's really good. There's so many flavors. I know that one's yours.
Don't say that.
Well, I could tell. It's like not garbage.
Just dip into this one.
I need hazard pay.
You don't have to do the whole thing.
Oh, it tastes like curdled milk.
You're dipped. Now give that a taste. Okay.
All right.
Okay, he really likes the sauce.
Okay, second one's better. I tasted a lot more of the garlic. They are very close. Like they both have the same hints of stuff.
They're surprisingly
very,
similar.
very close.
Chicken time. Yummy.
Yummy. Could this be Raising Cane's?
Hey, buddy, you're finding the mouth hole.
This is a really good vehicle for the sauce. The other one is kind of like when you put carrots and ranch and you're just gonna have it to have the ranch. That's how Cane's
nobody
chicken.
wants the carrots. You want the ranch.
You want the ranch. This I want the carrots and the ranch.
At the end of the day, I don't think Cane's is the worst. But better. Episode, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think Cane's is the worst. But better. Episode, I don't know. It's a lot of them. We done turned it up to 11.
You want to know what else contains slaw that's actually worth something? B-roll.
B-roll. Always the good stuff. I gotta think about it though. Did I make that good of a fried chicken without deep frying? I mean, baking in the oven is an option, but that takes time. The air fryer is another best option. But the one problem with the air fryer is that with some food you can tell that air frying compared to deep frying gives a great difference in texture. Like, there's some foods that do that. Some foods, there's no difference, or barely any difference. But there's some food, when you deep fry it versus air frying it, you could tell the textural difference.
Alright
Alright guys, and that is it. So we made Kane's chicken tender meal. I mean, look, this was yet another pretty simple and easy one. I'm not trying to flex, I'm just saying that I think in general, this is the type of recipe that, you know, you make a great buttermilk fried chicken, you make a great sauce, and lucky for us, the sauce is already out there on the internet. I just made some differences in the proportion. You can use MSG if you want. Obviously, that'll make it better, but even without the MSG, it's still gonna be better than theirs. This is a win. This is a big win. It was a lot of fun. It was delicious. I feel sick after eating all that chicken, but you know what? I will go to sleep at night just fine, farting or without farting. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. You know, we've made a lot of burgers here.
Okay, that's the last episode you guys are getting for now. As much as I want to enjoy some more. Let me check one more thing. Will this be working now? Ah, it's fixed. Okay, we're fixed. I think. His mouth is not moving. Okay, let me disconnect myself. Reconnected, and we are working. Alright, so far it's been about 2 hours and 30 minutes. What are we doing? I still cannot get used to the new sound effects. Right, I need to finish this thing. You guys can't see what this is because it will refuse to be captured by Oh, I haven't shared it yet. Man, they want me to log in again? Come on. So weird, I swear. And now I gotta go through the phone to actually do this, this, and that. Crazy. Okay, now I gotta send this out. Done. And let's see, this, claim shards, claim that, claim this, and then make one. Okay, the next thing is broken. Treasure Hunter, what is this? Oh, it's a mini game in the thing. You guys can't see what's going on. Let me see if Windows capture works, okay. You guys can see it with Windows capture, so let me just go ahead and blow this up for y'all. Okay, we need to get, how do we get a key? Daily missions. Share this page for one time. How do I share this? Oh, there's 40 days left. Invite? ID missions? How do we share this? Hello? I don't know. I am confused. Maybe I should play this game in Windows Capture. Oh, I know what's going on. This thing is confused. Okay, so maybe we should not do Windows Capture. Let's just do regular game capture. It will not be so important. Okay, so how do we invite people? I don't see the invite function. Oh. That should work. Okay, go back. Join now. Chess map. It's so weird for them to have, like, in-game activities for this. Do we have new codes? I have to check if we have new codes or not. The loading is weird. Okay. We can drag across this map. Wait, do I have a key? I don't have any keys. Oh no. That's a weird... This is a weird mini-game. This is an event going on, which requires us to explore, so we have to play the story anyways. Okay, Did anybody send a request recently? Not really. Deep Sea Proving Ground. Do I want to join that? Maybe I should try the new bosses. If they let me try the new bosses. Oof. Oof indeed.
I'll help you.
Do I have the thing activated for her? I should. It should be on. Come on, game. It should be on by default. Okay, what next? Team is full. Oh, right, I should actually get my daily out of the way. Where's the fighter again? That fighter a random number? This is random number, right? Yeah, that's a random number. Oh, that's a fighter. That spider's up. Sounds super unpleasant.
Give me some snacks if you have any, please.
I should do my weekly missions too. Anything energy related I could do? It's base attack growth, huh? Do I want to try that? Or save it? Somebody's doing a raid. Or are they? Team is full. What was I doing again? Probably could find a couple of chests to open. Oh, I do need to spend my... Let me try this thing.
That was easy.
How about this one?
Nice breeze.
Interesting. How much do I need for the upgrade again? Okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Okay then. Now what do we spend the rest on? Joint? Wait, do I even have the... I do have the bonus. Okay. Is anybody even doing joint operation? No volt damage, no physical damage. I mean... Let's see if anybody's doing this right now. I would be surprised if anybody is, but if not... Seems like nobody is doing it. Maybe I should pick up my weekly missions. With at least one flame weapon, increase attack by 6%. This effect works in the offhand slot, only the set with the highest star rating will take effect. Oh. Let me go find some chests to open. After all, I do need to finish the story in the swamp. I don't know, I just don't feel so encouraged to. But at the same time, I should. Match all the holograms with the... Oh, I could do that.
Give me some snacks if you have any, please.
Ugh. I thought I grabbed the ledge, but I guess not. Once again, the sound effects are feeling very weird to my ears. The new ones, that is. Am I progressing fast on my battle pass? Maybe. Ah. I have to complete the story no matter what. Alright, let's see what prize we get from this one. Ooh, that's new. Oh.
That was easy.
Not bad so far. Maybe I should do more Sobek. Is there anybody running him right now, though? Hmm. Huh. Hmm. I guess we could level up this one. Oh no. Kind of expected. You know what? Wait. What missions did I complete? Oh. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I know what I could do. The, this one, and then we are going to quick battle this. Then develop this further. Okay, so our energy is spent. Now that our energy is spent, and we crashed again. Every single time with this game. I swear. Okay, hold up. Hold your horses. Alright, it seems like we're frozen for a little bit, so let me just go ahead and make sure that we restart.